What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin today, XCN USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. It is the 7th day of September, and here we are, sitting at about 1 cent as it is. 9 hours, 56 minutes left in the day. I was just thinking how poetic it would be if the price pumped right here. I'm bearish at the lows, calling for slightly lower prices. The trolls would have the ultimate poetic victory against me. But no, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I very much do believe that we're going to see lower prices. If we're looking at this, that was not the low. Damn it, come on. Low here. If it'll let me. Low to high. We are just above the 786. I would think that we venture down there, we make our pilgrimage to the 786, 886 area. That would put us at 0087 at the lowest to something that's just below 1 cent at like 0099 or even a little bit below there. At least, right? Something like that. So overall, if we're looking at this move too, this kind of ABC correction that we have, high to low here, we put that at the low there, or the high there, sorry. That'd put us right smack dab in the middle of that zone. So something in this area, if not directly at either of these lines, 0099 to 0087. But something right in that area is what I would expect. Why don't I have anything that I can delete this with? And then my camera just went out a second time. I don't know what's going on today, you guys. Things are all wacky. We're going to delete that, though. There we go. I don't have a button to delete it with, but I can just click delete on my computer. Anyways, beyond just the 786 right there, if we're looking at this from a relative low here to a relative high there, the 1414 is right there. It's very common to wick just below the 1414, though with this interaction, if we're looking at this here, this interaction makes me think that we are going to go lower. We're probably going to hit the golden ratio, something like that. So 009 rather than 0099, that is right in that in-between zone, right? This line here, it would be right there at 009 itself. So we put a horizontal line right there at the low. We delete everything else. We put that fib back on there. Come on now, Fibonacci. There we go. That golden ratio is right there. ABC correction, golden ratio bounce, double bottom look overall, right? If we really imagine that we have a low right here, somewhere in this area, right? Take away all the other things, all the other distractions. Why is it not letting me do this? I'm going to have to refresh this tab, guys, because it's being weird. It's kind of like a double bottom, a grandiose double bottom. That gets us set up for a massive, absolutely extraordinary W pattern here. Very big U in the middle. You guys know I like those big, or N. I like these big kind of curves in the middle if we get a double bottom. And the thing is, I very much do think that we're going to get a double bottom. I don't believe, if this was a pump and dump, if this was some kind of pump and dump scheme, it would have dumped already. Long-term distributions do happen, but we're about to be in the middle of the bull run. We're about to see that finale phase start and alt seasons kicking off. Everything, even coins that have no fundamental benefits going for them at all, everything's going to be pumping. OnyxCoin XCN has a lot going for it, and I think that we have the Goliath network coming online here pretty soon. Actually, if we're looking at this, let me see, get my profile pulled up here. Shout out to JD Vance. It's just funny. That's some funny stuff. I love the world we live in, you guys. I think it's really immaculate. It's funny. There's beauty. There's horrible things. Absolutely, there are. But if you look around, there's plenty of beautiful things as well, and funny things. Man, the humor in this world, it's abundant. It really is. And so is the slow internet, at least for me. It's because I live out in the country. We live out in the country. Oh man, I miss my Verizon 5G. T-Mobile 5G is not where it's at, you guys. I'm just telling you right now. Let's see here. Wouldn't it be funny if it spent all that time? It didn't even take me to my profile. That's hilarious. It spent all that time loading. It didn't even take me to my profile. OnyxCoin. Let's just go to this while it's loading. What I was going to show is that Goliath network comes online, and I was trying to figure out what date it was, but on my profile, I posted I reposted a thing from Onyx DAO where they're saying that Goliath network is coming online. Was it? It might have been Chain actually, not Onyx DAO. I think Chain posted that, and Let's see if I can find it. I have no other accounts on X, okay? If you're talking to another C-Zar on X, it's not me, all right? Ben Cohen's hilarious, by the way. Ben Cohen is hilarious, absolutely. Um, let's see. Got Rafiki in the yard. Goliath, okay, here we go. So 26 days or sooner. That's what I was trying to point out. They say or sooner, and this is on the 4th. It's the 7th now, so what, 23 days from now or sooner. What if they time this appropriately? What if they're just waiting, right? And maybe they're not waiting now. Maybe they're tying things up. They're trying to figure things out, test things, whatever, and make sure that it's all good to produce. And then somebody in the comments here said they're not going to do it sooner. Why would they say that? That's so dumb, right? I think they're going to do it sooner because, guys, remember they tried to launch Goliath Network already once, and it was a failed launch. Or they, I forget if they actually launched it or if they were going to, but there were some issues, so they put it off until later, which I think is a better result. But either way, they've already tried this once. So this isn't like the first time that they're attempting to launch the testnet for Goliath Network, right? This is the second time they're doing it. So I think they've worked out a lot of kinks, and when they say or sooner, I really believe that, right? If I didn't think it was or sooner, I wouldn't have said or sooner myself. I would have said it probably won't be sooner or something like that. I think it will be sooner, and with that in mind, what if they're waiting to time it perfectly? They're just waiting for altcoins, Bitcoin, everything to start pumping up, and at that moment, that's when they're going to execute this. That would be perfect timing, I think. Or maybe right before even, because then you get to sell the news event, and then whenever everything's pumping, you pump with it. I don't know. I think it'd be perfect timing, but it's a story that I painted in my head, and now I've painted it in yours. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, and then we will zoom back out from here. Okay, zoom back. Yeah, we're getting weaker and weaker reactions, you guys. Right? Bounce here, bounce there, weak, very weak, very weak. RSI looks all right, though, right here. I would think we go higher. Stochastics don't look the best right there. To be fair, I would think we go lower. MACD looks decent right here. I would think we go higher. So 2 higher versus 1 lower. And, I mean, you could bounce right here. It's possible. You just don't look bullish, on the price. So maybe you go a little bit higher, but I'm not expecting anything extraordinary. 4 hour time frame here. Bouncing off the oversold zone. Living below the 50. Overall, the 4 hour RSI and the stochastics are very bearish. But the stochastics are about to come out of the oversold zone, so that implies some growth. The MACD looked like it was trying to cross, but it's coming back up. That's nice. It looks like we're going to get some growth there. I just don't expect anything too impressive. Like, even if we get above this high here, this wicking high, 1.2 cents at the highest? Even if we go all the way up to 1.3 cents, we're still not out of the woods yet, you guys. I mean, I'm not going to be impressed with whatever this next move is unless it takes us up above, like, 1.48 cents. Once we get above there, then it's impressive time. Then it's game on. But until then, we're just in this downtrend, man. We're in this very tenacious and methodical downtrend that we have been in since really July. Right? It's pretty perfect. I want to try to shave it up a little bit more, right? Like that, maybe. Oh. See, it won't let me click unless I pull up the pop out. Something like that, yeah. Going all the way up. Yeah, we probably don't even get above 1.2 cents, or if we do, it's going to be very short-lived. Anyways, guys, that's the expectations here. Lower prices to go. If we're looking at the daily time frame here, with all of our handy-dandy indicators, if they'll let us. There we go. This tab is being glitchy. We do have bullish divergence on the daily RSI. We're in the same areas that we found support before, but we can hang out here for a little bit. Stochastics rejecting the overbought zone, that's bearish. And the MACD did just cross green. In all fairness, it did just cross green. But we've done that before, and it didn't bear any good tidings. So, little fake out days back to back. That's all it did. So maybe we get a fake out day today to the upside. But lower we go. That's the expectation. And I think with this, again, just grinding out this bottom zone, it's very obvious, right? This isn't how you find support. It didn't work for us last time. It didn't work for us the time before. Even when we actually found decent support at a decent rate for 2 days there, it didn't work out. So I don't think it's going to work out now. Lower prices to go. 0087 to 0099, somewhere in that area. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I very much believe that OnyxCoin is going to rally with the rest of the markets, and I really think this thing's going to outperform the majority of altcoins in the space. Right? It might be the top performer. If it's not the top performer, it's going to be one of the top performers. But My daughter just woke up, so I'm going to go deal with her. All right, take care. Bye-bye.